Good morning. I am currently on a sunrise walk, and it is the winter solstice. It's so beautiful outside. I knew I wanted to go on a sunrise walk today on the winter solstice to really just awaken with the sun and awaken with the day, I guess, and I just feel very alive in the wintertime. I am definitely a winter baby. I was born in March, so I'm at the tail end of winter, but I feel the winter baby deep in my bones. I just love it. And so I just knew that I wanted to wake up and go on a walk during the sunrise of the winter solstice. It feels very sacred. I think a sunrise walk or a sunset walk almost always feels sacred. And it's even more special when you do it on a solstice or an equinox. And there's a sort of honoring or almost ceremonial feel to it. I've also been sick the past several days since Thursday, and it's Sunday. And I think I'm finally on the up and up. Thank goodness. Oh my god. Oh my god. My fingers are freezing. They're actually so cold right now. But yeah, I just feel like this is almost like a cleanse too to my body. Sort of beginning winter, weeding out any toxins in my body, and all of the things that come with a sickness. Just ridding them and hoping that my body is able to sustain itself for the next several months as we approach deep winter and then spring and so on. Okay, I'll be back. My fingers are actually about to fall off, so. But very happy to be here. I'm grateful in a lot of different ways after being sick, and I know I've said it before, but I will say it again. After you're sick, it just shows you a lot of different things. So, okay, I have to go. My fingers are so cold. Okay guys, I'm back and I have actually looked at this. It's been in our basement for years at this point. But I have been debating reading this, and it was like I should get into it and read it before I see the movie with Margot Robbie and what's his face? Cool, forgetting him completely. That's amazing. Jacob Elordi. There we go. So anyway, yeah, yeah. My brain is not working. Yeah, I basically just want to really challenge myself and maybe, I mean, read whatever I want next year, but I feel like I did a lot of rereading this year, rereading books, obviously. I did a lot of rereading, and which is great, like there's a time and a place for that, but I get excited to reread books and then I'm reading it and I'm like, right, yep, this happened, I already read this, and then I'm low-key bored. So I'm gonna really challenge myself to, you know, read different books and read classics. I also just was going through my watch later on YouTube and found this video that I put in there by, I think her name's Isa. I'll put it on the screen. But she was talking about classic literature that changed her, and again I was like, we need to get into that. I've also been watching with my parents this like Jane Austen sort of like documentary style show on BritBox, and which is like a streaming service that you can get in the UK. Well, a streaming service for the UK, but we got it, so we've been indulging in a lot of UK films or UK shows, including this Jane Austen one. It's been really interesting because they talk about her life and, you know, what she was going through when she wrote the novels that she wrote and how she got published and all of these things. Very inspiring. And again, I was like, Pride and Prejudice 2005 is one of my favorite movies ever. It's time that I read it. Okay? Also, like Emma, I want to read Emma. I'm done playing. It is time to, this is what 2026 is all about. We're biting the bullet and we aren't like beating around the bush. We are going head to head, eye to eye, face to face with what we want and just going for it. I'm done saying that I'm gonna do something and then nothing happens. Like, I'm such a dreamer that it's just not healthy anymore, because this past year is an example of that. So an unhealthy dreamer, that's me, but we're changing that, so can't wait for 2026. But yeah, I'm gonna be reading more classics in 2026, and I also want to read, and genuinely I'm gonna do this because I think this was probably a goal of mine last year, if not last year, the year before, but I want to read more nonfiction books and more books that teach me about the world around me, or psychology, or just other things besides a fiction read. Obviously I love fiction day and night, it's amazing, but I just feel like I want to become more intelligent, and reading is a wonderful tool that you can use to get there. So yeah, this morning I feel like I've done a lot of reflecting already, as we know, but even just like last night when I was falling asleep, I feel like I already had certain goals and intentions for 2026 come to me, and I haven't thought much about my goals for 2026 because I feel like it just gets pretty overwhelming at the end of December and the beginning of January. It's like, goals this, goals that, New Year's resolutions, go for a run and read more books and all this stuff, and it's pretty draining. And I did see something on Instagram at the beginning of December, and someone was like, make your New Year's resolutions in February. Like, let January be January and make your resolutions in February. And I honestly love that. I might start just like writing down goals and intentions for the year as they come to me in my journal, and then really sit down at the beginning of February and just kind of see where I'm at, not forcing anything, just seeing how the first month of the year went and letting myself reflect and write in my journal from there. So yeah, one of the reasons why there's a pile of clothes on my desk is because they are sweaters that I got over Thanksgiving break that I have not been able to fit in my closet, because where I put all my sweaters is just packed to the brim, and I'm like, enough of that. There's too many, and if I put any more on top, they'll just like tumble down. So again, I need to go through my closet. I think I'm gonna do that. And I have so much to talk about, like so much to talk about. Because does anyone else feel like when they get rid of clothes, like it all just comes back around? Like in it, like I'll get rid of something and then 2 years later I'm like, wait, that was so cute. Which, is it worth it if it's like 2 years later, like you like it? Probably not. But I have found myself being like, why did I get rid of that that I like donated? So that's why I'm like really finding it hard to go through my clothes, especially this time around, because I feel like in 12 months I'm just gonna wish that I had that thing again. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to work on like my personal style more. Okay, I'm done chatting. I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay. It's not as easy to take, but it's good.